What is one thing that you would love to manifest right now? Do you want to manifest an apartment? Do you want to manifest your way out of a relationship? Do you want to manifest yourself out of a friendship? Or you want to grow your business, or you want to grow your YouTube channel? What is it that you really want to manifest? Well, I started with mentioning about relationships because when we think about manifesting, I think that we only think about massive goals or different things, but we don't recognize that the universe can help us out of any situation that we have. And if you just only ask and if you only get clear, you can definitely manifest that one thing that you know that it will completely change your life. Hi friends, how are you? Today we are in the chair because the view from the floor is too glare. So let's get into our video. We have our notes and we are ready. Today's video, I'm going to share with you how I manifest my apartment, and then after that I'll share with you 3 steps that I find that help me in using this Neville Goddard Living in the End technique. And it's not only when I manifested my apartment, but these steps has helped me to use this technique throughout my life. I was doing these before I even knew about the technique. So definitely this is what I'm going to share with you today, because I want you to get to the next step in your life. Because right now I'm using this technique and I said to myself, you know what? If I'm using it right now, why not share it with you so that you too can use it and actively use it. So how I manifested my apartment. When I started manifesting my apartment, when the day that I made a decision that I wanted to manifest my own apartment, I didn't have a job or anything like that. I didn't have an income, but I was living at someone, and I really knew, and I knew that after this 4th place, after leaving my ex of living by people, this was the 4th place I had lived by. I knew that after this, I didn't want to live by anyone anymore. So therefore, I knew I had to manifest my own apartment. So what I did, the first thing that I did was I got very, very clear on what place do I want to manifest. Do I want to manifest an apartment, or do I want to manifest a house? I didn't need a house, so I decided to go with the apartment, because what I find is that what we do is that we will want the biggest, most extravagant thing that we know within our minds that we don't believe that we can have, and then we don't get it because we don't believe that we can have it, and then that's what holds us back from manifesting what we want in our lives. That's what I always say, to start small. So what I did, I decided I didn't need a big house. I didn't need a 2-bedroom apartment, because at first I was gonna, oh well, if I can manifest anything that I want, I would definitely manifest a house. And I was like, no, you know that you don't need a house. Okay, I'll definitely manifest 2 bedrooms. You know you don't need 2 bedrooms. You just need 1. So I decided, you know what? Yes, I'll go with the 1-bedroom apartment. But I want to have every single thing in my apartment. I want to have a fridge, a stove. I want to have a bed. I want to have every single thing in my apartment that I need. And I want my apartment to have white tiles. So what I decided that I was going to do then is these white tiles, I'll get up every morning and I'll visualize walking to the bathroom in my apartment. Because obviously every morning when you get up, you go pee, right? So what I did was every morning that I got up, I would have my eyes like this, so make sure that obviously I can see. So my eyes are like this, like really, really scrunched up, so that I can see where I was going, but I am in my mind and not really physically there in the present moment. I was in my mind seeing these white tiles, and I'm walking to the bathroom however I feel like, because I don't live by anyone, and I don't have to, obviously get all dressed up, but I'm walking to the bathroom however I want to, and I'm seeing all these white tiles as I'm walking to the bathroom, and I would literally have my eyes like this until, because I was visualizing while I was walking, so I was seeing my white tiles, and I only wanted to see the pure. I'm looking, don't let if I'm seeing the tiles right now, right? I'm only looking with my eyes like obviously so I could see where I was walking, but I was more in my visualization mode while I did this. And I did this every single morning, to the bathroom and back to my bedroom. After that, I would say thank you 3 times. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I would get up, do my gratitude, and go about my day and just leave it. So when I found the first apartment that, I went it was a one bedroom. It was completely unfurnished. So it did not have every single thing in it like I visualized. I was still grateful. And for this apartment, it was a little drive from work, but it was manageable. And, I was excited. It was a nice small apartment and it was attached to someone else's house and stuff like that. So I was happy. I was happy with it. But then that fell through. So I had already paid my deposit and everything. And the thing about it is, when you do things like this, I expect that something will happen to throw you off course, because I had already paid my full deposit. I had to pay the landlord half and I had to pay the agency the other half. And when I decided that, you know what, I got something happened, and it kind of turned me off of moving into this apartment, because I recognized that this person, although they had this apartment to be rented out, they wanted to treat me like I was their child. You can't bring any person here, or you can't do this and you can't do that. And I'm like, I'm paying my money to rent from you. I'm a big adult and I don't want to be in that situation again. So I decided I'm going to get my money back. I called the owner. I actually went to work. I didn't call her yet. I actually went to work, and one of the managers at work, I ended up talking to her about it. I was new at this job, by the way, because I had gotten a job in that time. And the manager woman, she ended up to be a landlord, and she was telling me, "Well, no, you can get out of it." Because I was eating my breakfast, and she was like, "What happened, Kimberly?" And I ended up telling her about it, and then she told me, no, she actually walked me through how to deal with it. And I did exactly what she told me, because when the universe wants to bless you with something, and something goes wrong, the universe will put the right people there in that moment to help you and to guide you how to get out of that situation. All you got to do is follow the direction. I listened to all that she said, and because I listened to her, I got my money back. The thing about it is, the agency, I got my money back easily from the owner, but the agency, he played that he wanted to give me a check. That's fine. On that same day, I found another apartment. Actually, there was one that I had seen in the weekend, and I didn't go and see it. But then I said, you know what, I'm going to call. I'm going to, now that I got my money back and I still want to move out, I'm going to go see this other apartment. Now, this other apartment, when I walked in it, mind you, it was actually dirty. So when I got there, because the person had moved out before, she kept it like really dirty. Because the landlord, when I first came, she went in earlier and she said, I haven't gotten to clean the apartment yet. So just, try to look past all the dirt and, and see the potential of the apartment. I told her no problem. When I walked in to the apartment, I was blown away. White tiles, it had a fridge, it had a stove, it had a little dressing, it had a little table, little thing in the front house where I could put up my books and all my stuff in the front house. It had chairs, it had actual chairs to sit on in the front house. It had a bed, and it was the perfect thing that I saw in my mind's eye when I used to visualize my apartment. And I said, this is my apartment. And the thing about it is, the rent was a flat rate, and so therefore I really got a good deal. And that apartment that I manifested, I had the best landlord ever. I even still talk to her today. She was so nice. Every Mother's Day, she'll bring me some sort of cake or something. Every Christmas, she will bring me something. Whenever she bakes, she'll tell me, and she was so good. She was so good. Anything happened, in the apartment, and I called her, she'll fix it. I had zero worries at that apartment. And she was like the guard for the front, because she lived on the property, but you never saw her. The only time that I saw her, it was at the end of the month when I was going to pay her the rent, and she was really good. She was really, really good. And the thing about it is that when I was going out, when me and my husband started dating, and I was going out, and I was all dressed up. I went over by her to ask her how I looked, and she was really, really happy for me. And she actually knew him. She's the landlord that I mentioned in some of my previous videos. And I believe that the only reason that I got that experience there at that apartment is because that's what I asked the universe for. And when you ask the universe for something, when you get it, it's going to be way better than you ever expect it to be. I never felt unsafe in that apartment or anything like that. If anything happened, she heard a noise or anything like that, she would call me. She was there was amazing. It was truly amazing. And even when I was moving out, it was no stress or anything like that. She gave me back my deposit. It was good living there. It was good getting the apartment. And when I got the apartment, when I came back, when I got the apartment, it was cleaned. It was not even just clean. And she painted over some parts of it, and it was amazing. I am telling you. And leaving was no worries whatsoever. And like I told you, we still talk today, right? And that is when I manifested my apartment. The 3 steps that helped me to manifest my apartment are: the first step that helped me with my Neville Goddard Living in the End technique to be a success was getting clear and having gratitude. Now, when I say getting clear, don't go extravagant. Don't go overboard when you are trying to see what it is that you want. Especially if this is the first time you're trying to manifest something in that area. Go with what you need right now and work with that. Go with what you need. So you need to have a place to stay. You need to get away from this person. Well, go with what it is that you need, right? So, and when I say go with what you need, like I went with, I know that I at least need a 1-bedroom apartment. But even in getting clear on what you need, also have gratitude. If you don't initially get, because my initial apartment that I had gotten through with, the one that I first turned down, didn't have everything that I needed. It was completely unfurnished, but I was still grateful that I had my own apartment. And that's what you have to do too. Make sure that that when you start to see that you are receiving what it is that you asked for, that you are grateful in the process for every single thing that's coming your way to take you closer to achieving your goal. So the second thing that you're going to do is listen to your inner voice and take action. So when my inner voice said to me, get your money back from that first apartment, I didn't say, oh, but I still want to move in because although, she's this or that, and I'll be uncomfortable there, I don't want to go searching for another apartment. No, I listened to my inner voice and I got my money back. And the thing about it is, was I not sure if I was going to get my money back? I was not sure. But I trust the universe because I knew that I had asked for an apartment, and I knew that I had to take the action that is required. When the universe tells you to do something, when you hear that inner voice, do it. Do not hesitate, because if I hesitated, I would have not got to experience getting the apartment that I actually visualized and having the landlord that I actually got in the end, right? So make sure you listen to your inner voice and you take action. The third and last thing is letting go and waiting. Now, when I say letting go and waiting is, after a while of visualizing me having my own apartment, I stopped visualizing it. I just let it go, because I knew that, all right, I have done this visualization now for a couple weeks now, and I could stop it now, and I just I just left it, and I just kind of like let it flow with the universe and let the universe do its thing. Because if you keep on holding on to thinking about it all the time, you turn that wishful thinking, that belief, into worry. And that's where you have to let go of that visualization at some point in time. Because think of it as, you're releasing it from you and you're finally allowing the universe to do its thing, because you've put in all the visualization possible that you could possibly put into this, and there's nothing else that you want to add or need to add right now. So just let it go, release it to the universe, which allows the universe to bring that thing to you. And that's it. That's how I use Neville Goddard's Living in the End in manifesting my apartment, and how I used it and all the other things that I have manifested in my life. As we come to the ending of this video, I want to encourage you to trust the process of the Neville Goddard Living in the End technique, because it works. And in tomorrow's video, we're going to dive deeper in listening to that inner voice, so that you will know when you hear the inner part of you, the God part of you, telling you what you should do. Thank you guys for watching, and remember to be brave, be strong, and be you. Bye.